I mean, I didn't do any notes.
No.
No notes.
Same. Some things never change.
Yeah, there's no point.
If my notes slip, then Dolan creeps into this chair, doesn't he?
I just had a little thing in my head I was going to say, but I was going to do a little partridge.
Mum would be like, why have you bought this? When I was young, I'd be like, Mum, I like Bovril, let me live. My mum was like, oh, that's a lovely voice. Who is that talking? And my dad was like, oh, it's Chris Dolan. And she took one look at the screen and went, I do not like his hair.
What?
Hello, welcome to the Villa View podcast with myself, Dan Bardell, and my trustworthy colleague, Tom Julian. How are you, Tom?
Trustworthy colleague.
Yeah, feeling generous.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm okay. I had a nice winter break.
What did you do, Tom?
So,
Tom told me before we came on that you really wanted to tell his winter break tale.
well, I saw the players going away and thought, you know what, I need a bit of that. Need a bit
Did
of.
you just take your friend away? That's what I saw.
Yeah, basically, my
You've
friend.
done that for me.
No, you've never. Well, no, I don't know what I was going to say there. My mate is getting married, and he's having a stag do in Vegas.
And you didn't want to be part of the Wolfpack.
Couldn't afford it.
Oh.
It was really expensive. So I basically said, look, can't afford it, but we will go away.
When is it?
When's the stag do or the wedding?
The wedding. Well, the stag do.
Stag do's 20th of March. And the wedding is mid-April. And so we went to Bratislava for the weekend.
Nice, why there?
It was cheap.
Oh, fair enough. Really true colours being shown there.
I mean, the whole weekend wasn't cheap. It kind of added up, but it was good fun. Had a lovely time. Beautiful weather out
When did you
there.
get back?
Got back yesterday, and Stansted was an absolute
You're
nightmare.
about to get back.
We had to land twice. Like, we touched down, then took off again.
Oh, really?
It was horrible. And then all the trains were cancelled.
Yeah.
Had to get a bus to Victoria.
Oh, no. No one wants the bus after holiday.
No, no, it was horrible.
Good.
So, yeah, apart from that, it was good.
Excellent.
What did you do with your winter break?
Nothing. I watched the German football yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
I was pining for some
Yeah.
football to watch, and I watched.
Munich, Leipzig.
Yeah, and it was 0-0. Of course.
Top of the
I
table
was really
clash.
looking forward to it as well. I thought, right, this will be good. This will have a point between them at the top. Leipzig missed some sitters.
I was going to say that, yeah.
Werner missed one relatively near the end, which was a.
They'll regret that
big
as
chance.
well because they've swung, haven't they?
I mean, I think 0-0's a decent result away at Bayern, isn't it, for them?
But Leipzig were top, and now Munich are sitting
Some
top.
good
and-
players on show. There's a French centre-back whose name I'm going to absolutely murder for Leipzig, Upamecano. That's not right. That's definitely not right. But how he's not even played for France yet, he is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good. Quite convenient to talk about German football, really, isn't it?
What a lovely segue
Yeah.
that was. So we've got some good news and some.
I don't think
some bad
anyone
news.
here is going to find this good news. We're
No,
sitting,
not
we're sitting
that.
here with smiles on our faces. It's a nervous smile. I'm nervous about it.
I would say there's good news and there's bad news here, depending on what you think of the Villa View, isn't there?
Yeah, it might be. Some people might be absolutely delighted. I think
Okay.
should have the bad news.
Yeah, all right.
That makes sense.
So the bad news, according to us, is that we are going to end the channel. Essentially, well, not essentially. We are we are going to end the channel.
What a terrible announcement.
Basically, I have got a new job. I'm going to Germany to work for the Bundesliga, which
Tell
is
him your job, Tom, 'cause it's actually quite impressive. I was
thank
impressed
you.
when you told me.
Yes.
The only times I've ever been impressed with something about your mouth.
Imagine if I've got the title wrong this whole time. That would be very vintage. I'm going to be international communications manager.
Maybe
for...
communications means T-boy in German.
It doesn't.
Yeah, okay.
You've ruined the announcement as well.
Carry on, sorry.
Should we start this again?
No, God. No. Everyone knows it's a shambles, mate. Just get on with it.
It's all falling apart. International communications manager for the Bundesliga. So, very
Big Tom,
exciting.
round of applause.
Thank you so much.
That is an impressive job, Tom.
Yeah. So I've been kind of going for the kind of interview process for the
A
last.
long interview process as well, because I've known about this for a while.
Yeah, well, the job came around pretty out of the blue just before Christmas, and then a few interviews, a few trips to Frankfurt, and here we are. So I start middle of next month, and basically we kind of discussed it as the process was going on, and with Rollo going and Chris obviously stepping away as well.
I mean, we've never recovered from Matt Lynch leaving, really.
Matt Lynch was
Never been the same.
was the starting point, wasn't he? He was the first domino. I just feel like it's the right time to call it a day on the Villa View.
Probably worth saying at this point, if you were hoping to listen to the podcast and there'd be some football chat, I'd probably just go now, because there isn't going to be any football chat in this podcast, is there? We're going to do a match preview afterwards, but
Yes.
This is just a podcast to talk about ourselves, basically.
Yeah, there will be some good news at the end of this.
Yes.
So stick with it for
Yeah.
5 or 10 minutes. But yeah, so Dan, you were basically you're still going up and down the country. You're moving house.
Yeah. Moving away from work, which would. There was the thought of obviously to get someone else in and continue doing the podcast, but if I'm being honest, without you, I don't really have the
Go on.
desire to do it.
Give me a little compliment.
No, without you, I enjoy doing the Villa View podcast with you, and I think people have enjoyed the combination of us two and Dolan when Dolan's used to come in and replace us. Well, I think people enjoyed those combinations, and I just don't think it would be the same. And obviously, I'm now doing another podcast, which is taking up my time as well. And I want people who listen to the Villa View and have listened to the Villa View to move on to that podcast and listen to me and Greg on the Athletic, because obviously it's something I'm working hard on, and it's what I've wanted, a role within the media industry. So I want people to listen to that and support that. And maybe at the moment people are listening to the Villa View and not listening to the Athletic. I don't know, but obviously we've got a massive following of the Villa View podcast. I fail to go to Villa Park and not have someone come up to me and they don't say I love the channel. Well, sometimes they do. They mainly say I listen to every podcast. I love the podcast. It's brilliant. So it's sad. Obviously, I'm really, first and foremost, I'm really pleased for you. Like, I know how, unlike me, I know how hard you work in your actual job. So I know this is the kind of thing that you want, and it's a great career opportunity for you. The country's going down the toilet as well, so it's a great time to move to Germany.
Yeah, that's it. That's the real reason. No, it like I say, it kind of came out of the blue. My wife is German. She's teaching my son German. It's a great opportunity for him and me to learn the language.
It's a good chance for me to get free Bundesliga tickets.
Great opportunity for Bundesliga tickets. Yeah, and it's just, I would have, because I had an opportunity to stay as well, and I just felt like this was the chance, and I would have regretted it if I don't take it.
Yeah, you got to do it.
But yeah, and to kind of echo those thoughts. I mean, when we first started this podcast 2.5 years ago, so I can't remember if I've talked about this on the podcast or not, but I was kind of drifting away a bit from Villa, and like coming to Sky, there's quite a lot of Villa fans. Obviously met you fairly early and we talked a lot of Villa, but the podcast really kind of, I mean, the football was terrible when we were first getting started with the pod.
It's not been brilliant all the way through. There's been some low moments,
but it really was on the downward spiral, and the club was a bit of a mess. And I was kind of not on the way out, but you know, nowhere near as committed as you ever, but really at my lowest ebb of commitment.
I mean, I think it showed when you started the podcast. This guy's not watched much football recently.
I watch football.
James Chester should be in the England squad.
Yeah, I mean,
things like that.
There have been some moments, some low moments, but this, doing this has really kind of hooked me back in, and my love for the club has grown exponentially with it, and it's been a real privilege, like you say. It was
your idea, essentially. Well, not essentially. We keep saying that. keep saying essentially.
Yeah,
it was your idea.
It was. I mean, when you started getting involved with Rollo and Matt Lynch, I saw an opportunity there, and we played
You were ahead of the curve on podcasts, which is not something we often associate you with being, but you really were. Before Peter Crouch was doing a podcast, Tom Julian was pushing them.
Way before. and we got it.
Julian Fest.
We did, yeah, I mean, that would be quite something. We had the game at Villa Park, and that was amazing. Got to chat with Rollo a little bit there about it, and we put it together, and it just seemed to work, and people seemed to like it, which has been amazing and surprising. The following that the podcast has got has been absolutely unbelievable, so I want to thank everybody for
the channel in general as well. Obviously we're just talking about the podcast here, but the channel has been amazing really for me. Like, it's been a massive part of my life, and I'm genuinely sad that it's ending, but I do think it is the right time. There's a lot of things that have happened and that are happening that makes me feel like it's the right time. And the good thing is, I think the channel's closing, but we're all in like a kind of a place where we're happy now. Everyone that's been involved in the channel, I would say everyone's in a happy place. Like, let's say I wasn't doing the Athletic now, and the channel was ended, I wouldn't be happy, because I wouldn't have achieved something that I wanted off the back of it, and I haven't achieved what I've set out to achieve in the long term yet, but I'm getting there now with the Athletic. You're going off now and doing something that you want to do that's a really, really great job, and you've obviously come through a lot of people to get it. Rollo's working in the industry doing what he wants to do. Matt Lynch, exactly the same. Dolan's just gone off and got a new job, which is really exciting, and he's doing well, and I think it's a great thing for him as well. So I think we all leave the channel, and it's sad, but I think we're all along the right lines of where we want to be now, which is a nice thing.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I know some people get annoyed with us about talking about careers and all that kind of stuff, but at the end of the day, this is the podcast and the channel to a wider extent was supposed to be something that's a bit more. You get to know us, you get to understand us, and being career driven and sports minded is part of who we are, and we've kind of always shared that. There's never been any secret that. The channel was first and foremost a fan channel and an opportunity for fans to have their say and for us to chat about football, but also it was an opportunity for us to do a bit of something that we loved for nothing.
Yeah.
And now that's led to some really exciting stuff, and I make no bones about it, the podcast was a big part of, I think, what stood me apart in the Bundesliga stuff. So, I've got a huge amount to be thankful for, as do you, and Rollo and Lynchy as well. And it's not without a lot of work and a lot of effort from everybody's side, but it's been brilliant, both personally for us to chat, but also professionally in all of our separate careers, and hopefully that'll be the same for podcasts and other fan channels that we've seen. We've talked about it before with Villa. There's a bunch of young creators that are doing amazing things. You saw Under a Gaslit Lamp, their kind of program style magazine.
The
publication, yeah, that was a wonderful bit of content. You've seen graphic designers.
Second one coming out as well.
Yeah. You've seen graphic designers. You've seen Max Stokes doing amazing things with his numbers. It's just, it's brilliant. What digital content and social media, for all of its flaws, and there are many, it's really just leveled the playing field for if you're passionate and you want to work hard and get at it, you can create something in your bedroom or in a podcast studio or whatever you want to do. And I love that. It's brilliant, and that's what I hope to be doing as a professional going forward in Germany. So, this is just been an excellent platform for us, and I don't know where I'm going with that, but it's been brilliant.
No, I mean, it has undoubtedly changed my life for the better. Like, I think at the moment, because it's been hard to manage a little bit since Rollo's gone, I would say. From my point of view, I don't know whether you feel the same as well, that the channel has been harder to manage since it's been handed to me, and your videos have fallen by the
wayside.
Make
of that what you will.
A couple of times, and it has been harder. But the fact is, when I've still sat here and done the podcast with you, I've still enjoyed it. So that's why we've still been doing it. But the other thing is, I think I like to think the podcast, although it can be a bit of a shambles sometimes, it is of a high standard. And I don't want to carry on and do something within the channel if it's not the same or better than what it already has been.
Yeah.
And I felt like we were starting to struggle a little bit for reasons out of our control. Like life has got in the way for whatever reason in the last 6 months, and it has been harder.
Yeah, definitely. But we should also, since Rollo left, we need to give credit to Jacob.
Yeah, I'm not knocking them at all.
And John Inslee and Liam, and there's been a bunch of guys who have stepped in to try and help the Villa View and continue the great work that Dan Rollinson started, essentially. That was essentially.
We got there eventually.
Yeah. But, it's one of those things. I think everything has its time and its life, and if circumstances were different, we'd be carrying on for a couple more years, or if that's it really. But unfortunately it's not going to be like that, and we're going to stop it. But we want to go out on a bit of a high, don't we?
Yeah. Yes, we do. I was just going to say that although we're talking about obviously ourselves,
I teed you up there.
No, buddy, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for that part of the conversation.
Go on then.
Because I wanted to say, although we're making out as if it's all about us, it hasn't been all about us. If you think about all the people that have been on fan cams and the people that you see on social media now, the friends that I've made from doing the Villa View, people that will be friends for life. Just two off the top of my head, like Richard Griffiths and Adam Wright. They're people that I will always talk to, and that they'll always be my friends. Now you think about what the channel's done for Adam Wright. In fact, that's probably one of the things that I'm most proud of, and that was Rollo was mainly the driver behind that, to be fair. But as a channel, what this channel's given to Adam Wright and the confidence that he has from where it was before, and doing that documentary with Rollo and things like that. I just think the Villa View's been good for so many people. Yeah. Look at little Tom, for example, how much he loves coming on fan cams and giving his point of view, and then hopefully one day, when he's a bit older, he'll be able to go on and have the confidence to do similar thing. And I get that the channel will have been a big part of people's lives. It's been a big part of our lives, but as we keep saying, I think it is a good time to end. You want to end on a high, as you've said, and we're hoping we're going to do that on the 28th of February.
Yes. Oh, and I was going to jump in with another question now.
Go on then.
What's your best memory of the Villa View? What's your favourite thing that you've done?
It has to be playing at Villa Park every time, because it's something I would never have got to do if it wasn't for the Villa View. So it just has to be that every time. But I think the whole thing rolls into one, really. It's given me personally so much, and continues to give me so much, and I'll be forever thankful for that. And without the people that have tuned in and watched, I remember when we were doing videos at the start, and I can't remember what the views were then. Maybe the first video I did would have been under 1,000, definitely. And for it to come on and to have ended up doing a video that has got around 70,000 views with the Wembley video, I think that's amazing, and the growth's amazing. And as I say, it's just given me so much. It's given me the confidence to think that I can go and pursue a proper career in the media. It's given me friends. It's enabled me to meet Villa personnel that I would never dreamed that have been able to meet and talk to, and now be friends with as well. So it's given me just as much as anything's given me in my life, to be honest.
I've got three. I got the game at Villa Park, which kind of technically was before my time really getting into.
I can see what you're doing here with the third. I know what the third one's going to be already.
The Stan Petrov interview was phenomenal. Just an amazing afternoon for Stan to give us so much time.
Is the third one the live event by any chance?
The third one is the live event, which it would have been anyway. Like, it still gives me goosebumps when I think about the live event. It was just so much fun. We got to raise a great amount of money for the Dementia Cafe, for the Villa Foundation, and it was just unbelievable. And that's why...
You know what? I think we should do it again.
That's a great idea.
Should we do it again?
Bring it back.
Let's do another one. Let's do another live.
I think that's brilliant. So without...
Just pluck a day out of the air.
Go on, what do you reckon?
Friday before the cup final would be a good one.
That's a great idea. What like a League Cup final party, essentially.
And then, maybe get a few faces down there, talk about the lead up to the cup final a little bit.
We could probably get the directors' lounge again.
Yeah, it was good there. Good venue, that, wasn't it?
200 capacity, I think.
Do you think Jazz Parade will buy Dean Smith's trousers again? I know John Terry's trousers.
John Terry's trousers. Yes. Yeah, so, off the cuff, just now thinking about it.
Miss Jazz Parade out of all the praise you could She's been great in the WhatsApp group, hasn't she? She's really been a legend
I
in
had
the
to
WhatsApp
mute
group.
the WhatsApp group. She talks too much.
She does. She'll be pleased with
that. So yes, we are going to have so this is the good news, I guess, that I was getting to.
If you manage to wipe your eyes and compose yourself from the bad.
We want to finish on a high because we have had such a good time doing the Villa View. So we're going to have the Villa View League Cup final party on the Friday the 28th of February. At Villa Park, same again as our
Directors Club, Directors Suite, Directors Club,
Directors Lounge.
Help if we knew. No, there's three. It could be any one of those three things.
It's the same room as last time. So we're gonna again raise money for the Villa Foundation. As Dan says, we're gonna try and get a few guests in along the way.
Got one guest confirmed at the moment.
And
one not very good with his phone, not texting back. I'll let people guess who that is.
Yeah, well, we've got a few irons in the fire, and we're going to try and do similar stuff to before. A little bit of a preview of the League Cup final, an auction, a raffle if we can get.
I'm looking forward to seeing you at auctioning again. As an auctioneer.
That was really my strong suit, wasn't it?
I thought when you said you were leaving, I'm going off to be a professional. I've got Dickinson's job on bargain hunt.
Sotheby's called me.
That's what I thought you'd got. I tell you what. How good were you at that? Unbelievable.
I enjoyed it. That's why it's in my top three.
Yeah.
So tickets are going to go on sale on Friday. We're just working it out. So
it might not be Friday.
It will be Friday.
Because Tom's working it out. When he says we, Tom's doing that.
Hey, listen, everyone got their mugs.
That's true.
I think. Don't at me.
I still see the odd email coming, Tom.
It's going to be £5 for a ticket. As I say, we're trying to raise money for the foundation. And... yeah, so it's a £5. If you can't afford a £5, get in touch with us. We'll work it out, because it's not about the money. Essentially, it's about everybody having a good time.
I want to have people there that have enjoyed the channel, that will come and support the foundation and be very, very generous like they were last time. Probably a good point to say we'd like some prizes as well. If you've got, people were so generous with prizes last time.
Yeah,
Martin Jenkins is one that stands out, and he had the 1981. League winning shirt, and he just gave it to us to auction off, and it raised an incredible amount of money. Like, that's just unbelievable. So any support like that would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah. A night with Dan Bardell will be on the raffle.
My wife's going to be at this one, so
So
yeah,
keep yourself in check.
probably a night with her would raise more money, I would say, than with me.
Right, okay, we should maybe clear that with her before we...
I didn't say I was going to do it.
Sort that one out.
You're the one bringing the tone down.
I did it about you, not about your wife.
Still.
Disgusting. So it's going to be a great event. We're gonna have a good time, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it already because the last one just was so good.
And to really tease you, it might not be filmed. It might not go on YouTube. So
And get drunk as you want this time.
yeah, it's more about being there because you might not be able to witness it on YouTube afterwards. And to be honest, if you were there, I really hope that you had a good time because we had a wicked time, and you're not going to get that if you're not there anyway.
The thing I enjoyed about it was that beers just kept appearing from everywhere.
It's like having a Weatherspoons table.
Dolan was
wasn't
smashed, wasn't he, Dolan?
I had to drive home.
Every time I looked, Dolan had to get a fresh Guinness from somewhere.
That's true.
Yeah.
I will make plans not to drive home, I think, this time.
Yeah.
I'm
sure my mum will offer you a spare room at their house if you need it, Thomas.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah.
Absolutely wonderful. So that's it. The tickets are going to go on sale on Friday. We'll send
I'll have
out
to put some social media posts up, obviously.
Yeah.
Following the podcast.
Yeah. We'll sort it all out and we'll make sure we get as many people as there as possible. When I say as many, I mean 200 because that's the room limit.
Yeah, it was 200 last time. That was a lot of people, wasn't it? There was a few people who said they were coming last time and then didn't turn up.
Right.
Hopefully the £5 cost will negate that happening again because obviously we want as many people who want to be there as possible. So even if you end up buying a ticket and then you can't come, just let us know because we'd rather the space was filled and the people that want to be there can be there.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
Very much so. So yeah.
I think there's anything else, is there?
I think that might be it. Yeah, it's a really bittersweet thing because, like we've said already, we're going on to things that we're already doing or exciting things that we're doing for our own futures and for our own kind of professional lives. But at the same time, it's going to be a wretch.
Yeah, I don't think it's hit me properly yet. I think it'll obviously hit me
when we don't do this
I'm
anymore.
not missing you every week and doing the podcast, and I've waved you off at the airport. I'm not coming to the airport.
Please don't.
I'm not coming to the airport.
Yeah, it's a bit scary, to be honest. We're going to view...
Scarier for you than me.
Yeah, we're going to view flats on Friday.
Flats, not going to house?
Well, we're looking at both, but
Okay.
it's very expensive, Frankfurt.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, home of the Frankfurter sausage.
Very much, yeah. And I need to improve my German a lot.
Yeah, your wife's going to be loving it, and Alfie's probably better at German than you
I would
already,
think so, yeah.
by the sounds of it.
He already responds to things better than I do, but that's general.
That is a general problem.
Yeah.
What I will say is when you joined this channel, I always knew it would be because of you that it would finish.
Oh, come on, you're moving away.
I always know.
You don't pin this on me.
I will pin it on you.
Is that it?
I think so, yeah. It's a bit of a ramble, isn't it? Not what people would have been expecting when they listen to the podcast, but it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it comes at quite a good time. Is that there's no football to talk about from last week, and we'll do a preview. So if you're expecting a bit of Villa chat, we'll do that, and that'll be there for you.
Probably be out the day after.
Yeah,
I would think so, Wednesday or Thursday.
And then the tickets will come out, and that'll be exciting.
Just keep your eyes peeled on social media. If you don't have social media, then just email us, and we'll work out a way to let you know. If you want to know, what is it, thevillaview@gmail.com?
Sure.
Is that the email address?
Yeah.
Better check that, better not.
I was just about to say we can put it on social, but that won't work.
No, that's the whole reason why I've just said, yeah, thevillaview@gmail.com.
Do you have a separate thing for it?
Oh, yeah, I've got it on the phone, mate. Don't worry. That's why I'm always telling you that people are complaining about the mugs. Because I say the emails.
I should probably... we've probably got a couple of mugs. We could maybe raffle them off. They'll be real...
A collector's item. I know, maybe a Julian signed mug.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yes.
I think that's an optional extra. If you...
Maybe we'll get just one made up with the Villaview line and with the German colours instead of the claret and blue colours.
Very nice.
Yeah. The Julian memorial mug.
R.I.P. Julian.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I'm just leaving the country, mate.
No, I know. I'll probably
gone.
never see you again.
No.
No, I'm joking. I'll be coming to see you in Germany. Maybe Max on tour can come and see you and vlog.
We'll see.
No, we don't want to. Okay, fine. We've rambled a bit, haven't we? But it's because we don't know. We're not sure how the news is going to be taken, and we're a bit nervous about it.
Yeah,
I am personally. I don't know whether you feel like that.
I don't think that we wanted to say this. Really,
no.
There's no easy way to say it. It is a bit rambly. It's a bit nervous. It's a bit kind of.
I mean, you've got no notes, so automatically you're all over the place.
I feel naked, to be honest.
Do you think we'll be able to auction your notes off again?
Well, only if Cyberdon Blue.
Come on, Cyberdon, be generous.
Yeah, we'll see. But that's it.
Yeah.
Before we ramble anymore, thank you for listening. If you're still with us, 25 or so minutes in, And thank you for being with us throughout the kind of 2.5, 3.5 years.
I presume we're going to be doing another podcast.
Yeah.
We're going to continue until the end, until the cup final, basically.
I think what I'm trying to say is that the one group that we haven't thanked is people that have watched it from the start to now. I hope you will have seen some growth.
Even the people that fell away, undoubtedly.
Yeah, exactly.
The first few.
Yeah. Thank you for watching, for sticking with it, for sticking with Villa through the really horrible times and some of the good times as well. And we've got a couple more podcasts before we go. And that's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right.
Up the Villa.
Up the Villa.
Up the Villa View.
R.I.P. the Villa View.
R.I.P. the Villa View.
If you enjoyed that video, why not watch another? Click the video choices on screen now to go and watch them in full. Be sure to subscribe to the channel by clicking our logo there on the left. Easy peasy.